friends. First off, sorry for the lighting. Using natural sunlight with blinds is not a good idea. And I could open the blinds, but I have neighbors, and the neighbor is I don't want him to think I'm crazy. So I'm gonna keep those closed, and we're just gonna have to deal with weird lighting. Emily, I'll do a dance in the light for you. There you go. So also, sorry for the background. It's very bleak and bland, but my room is a mess, my life is a mess, I'm a mess. So we're dealing with this, and we're dealing with my laptop sitting on my makeup stool as my camera. So we're gonna have to deal. I'm very sorry. Let's just ignore it and move on to the video. So this video is about my house catching on fire and living in the house that I'm living in now. So, I guess I should explain the fire to you, because I've had a bunch of questions about that from like friends, because I've never really explained what happened. So, back in September, my house caught on fire, and it was something in the attic or like the bathroom, what is the word for it? It's the thing that sucks up the heat in the bathroom. I'm not crazy. Anyway, so something went wrong with that, and I mean, I find it's not a funny situation, but I find it funny because it was the same day as the bomb threat, and I kept making jokes like, oh, the school's on fire, but in reality my house was. But I have this thing, and I'll make a video about this later, but I have this thing where no matter how bad the situation is, or no matter what the terrible situation is, which is pretty much every situation I'm in, I will make a joke about it just to like make me feel better. And if I laugh about it, I'm not as sad about it, and so that's kind of my logic. And so I'm like, oh yeah, do you remember my house caught on fire the same day the school was almost bombed? Fun times, right? So anyway, so these strangers on Facebook, which is the first and only time Facebook will ever help me out. Ooh, I hate Facebook so much. And this lighting is honestly bothering me so much. Maybe if I scoot forward. Ooh, so I hate Facebook so much. Like, I would rather, do a lot of things, let's just leave it at that, than to be forced to use Facebook again. I hate Facebook. But I'll get into that in another video, because you bet I'm making a video about that. Okay, I already have it planned and everything. So, these strangers on Facebook offered us their house, and I am so grateful for them. So, you guys are great. I still don't know who you are, but So, I was very happy that these people were like, hey, you guys can stay in our house. We don't live there. Y'all can just chill. Because we were living with my grandma in a 2-bedroom house. Keep in mind, that's 4 people, plus my grandma that already lives in the house, and her dog, who I'm allergic to, okay? Like, I love Toby, but if I spend too much time with him, my face starts to itch and my eyes start to water, and then I can't see, and it's not fun. And she doesn't have good food. She just has, like, Honey Nut Cheerios and butter pecan ice cream. Like, girl, this isn't gonna work. I'm sorry, but I'm grandma breaking up with you if this is all you have to offer me food-wise in your home. I'm so sorry. And so, I was kind of dying of sneezing and hunger, apart from when I got pizza, which was every night, because, I mean, it's pizza. I mean, come on now. So, we get to this house. And it looks okay, run down, because nobody stayed in it for a while. And we go into this house with these strangers, and they could have killed us then and there if they really wanted to. So, thanks for not murdering me. But, we go in, and we're looking around, and then I see this thing in the wall, and it is the oven. And I'm like, what is that? Because it straight looks like something from the Brady Bunch. That to put that in perspective of how long it's been since someone's lived in this house. Actually, somebody lived in this not too long before us, but had to leave. I don't know that story, so I'm not going to talk about it. So, I was like, okay, that's cool. And so, we decide we're going to stay in this house. We're like, thanks, fam. Real MVP. Did I just say fam? We're just going to say I did that ironically. So, we're working on this house, making it livable, ripping out the freaking floral seashell. I love seashells. Shelly seashells by seashell. Ripping out the seashell and flower wallpaper, and the teddy bears in my room. And we're making it livable, just painting all the walls like a basic color. And I was very excited when I was working on my room and noticed a long cheese nip in the corner. I was very excited after living in a house with only Cheerios and butter pecan ice cream. I was starving, so very excited about the snack addition to my room. Also, the thing that sold me on this house was in the hallway. You can't see it. Don't know why I pointed and gestured. In the hallway, there is shelves inside of the wall. So it's like a closet, but it's nothing but shelves. And I was like, hey, I wonder what's all in these, like, shelves. So I'm, like, investigating. I find an NCIS CD. Somehow one of my report cards ended up over here, which freaked me the crap out. I have no idea how that happened, because I have never seen this house before. So I really hope that was just, like, somewhere wound up in our stuff, which I don't know why it would be. I haven't been in 5th grade in 5 years, so why would, like, my 5th grade report card just show up all of a sudden? Anyway, I'm getting off topic. So I reached in the top of the shelf, once again signaling for things you can't see, reached in the top of the shelf and pulled out a baby doll whose head was disconnected from its body. And it didn't really scare me. I was just kind of like, what? Why? What? But Logan, on the other hand, I used it to scare the crap out of him for about 3 weeks and force him to do things for me because I'm a really good sister. I'm a really good sister. And, so, yeah. Another thing I've noticed is the laundry room in this house is cold. Like, freezing. It could be the warmest day of the year. Which, by the way, if you live near me, can we just talk about something real quick? Why is it that on Christmas it was 80 degrees? 2 weeks ago it was snowing. And yesterday it was like 80 degrees again? It is winter, and I am wearing a tank top. Someone explain this to me. And by the end of the week, it's cold again. Anyway, stop. Emily, brain track. So, going to the laundry room, freezing. Freezing. Ooh. Ooh. It's freezing. Okay, that's the point I'm trying to make, and I'm talking too long about it. I don't know why. I cannot get my mouth to move on from the fact that the laundry room is cold. Okay, so the laundry room is not only cold, but decorated as a nursery. I'm sorry. Who is going to put their child in this room? If you put your child in there, little Charlie's gonna wake up dead. Okay. Not to mention the suspicious attic in there, which, like, I don't want to know what crawls out of that at night. All I'm saying is that laundry room is shady, and I can only imagine the amount of babies that have froze to death in there. Also, in the room beside the laundry room is like the den area where we have like our fireplace and TV and all, and our refrigerator, because the house had a refrigerator, but we brought our refrigerator. Listen. So, in this den is a giant leather brown couch, and I was like, this is cool, like, the sides, it reclines with some buttons on the sides, like, this is some high-tech stuff. And at first, I was like, heck yes, yes. Until one lovely morning, I went down in the den and sat on this couch, and it was so cold, it was freezing. Like, through my pajama pants, I was like, ah! Okay, don't know what that noise was, but cold, everything is cold. That is the point I'm trying to make. You know what? It's cold. Okay, moving on. So, we had been living here a few weeks, and, we noticed the toilet would like bubble. This is getting really weird. The toilet would bubble when you drained your water from a bath. And we all know Emily is lazy, can't even be bothered to stand up in a shower, so she opts for baths. Okay, so Emily takes bath, water drains out, bathtub, toilet bubbles. So we were walking in the hall. Well, we weren't all just like walking down the hall in a straight line, you know what I mean? Like, one of us walked in the hall, we were like, what actually smells like a dead carcass has exploded? So we go in the bathroom. The sewer. Okay, keep this in mind. This is not just like a septic tank in your yard. We're in the city. So the sewer backed up in our bathtub. I don't even want to know whose poop was in that tub, but it smelled like... No, I'm going to tell you exactly what it smells like. For all of you that remember, my hair was burgundy not too long ago. If you don't know me in real life, you will have no idea that my hair was burgundy because that was in the time span that I didn't make any videos. Anyway, my hair was burgundy, and there's this stuff called like dye oops something, and you put it on your hair, and then you wash it, and then the dye comes out. Great, dandy. I buy some oops because it was starting to fade and my hair was pink, so I didn't want pink hair. So I put this stuff on my head, and at first it smells like medicine, and I'm like, And then the longer you sit with it on, it legitimately smells like a burning butt. And I'm like, what is this? It smelled exactly the same, and the smell stayed in my hair for like 3 weeks. Every time I'd wash it, the smell would resurface. So that's just an extra story thrown in here in the middle. Consider yourself lucky for getting to hear that. Oh, there's this squirrel. That was such a random way to start a sentence. Ooh, there is this squirrel. But yes, there's a squirrel. And I don't know what's wrong with the squirrel. Like, there honestly is something wrong with this squirrel. And it, like, goes on the roof and runs and, like, jumps and, like, scurries and plays on the roof. And the first time I heard it, I was home alone. And I was like... Because I thought someone was trying to break in. Because it sounded like running up against the side of the house. And I was like, oh. And then I was like, oh no, it's probably just a cat. Which makes no sense. Because cats can't make that sound. And I was like, oh my gosh, somebody like trying to break in the house. So I was like panicking, calling my mom. And I was like, help. And so nothing was ever here. And I kept hearing this running outside of my window, on my roof, everywhere. And no one else ever heard it. And I was like, am I actually going insane? Because I believe it. So it was on Christmas. And I was like, I heard it again. There's something running out there. Like, somebody please prove to me I'm not insane. So me and my mom walk outside. And at the same time, a squirrel jumps off the roof. And I was like, that little heifer been driving me crazy. And so now the squirrel still runs on the roof. He gets progressively more loud as time goes on. This light's really bothering me. And the squirrel's probably listening to me right now outside the window, seeking his revenge. He's going to dig through the roof, come in here, and squirrel attack me in my sleep. So look forward to a video about that when it happens. Oh. Why do I start every sentence with ooh? Ooh. Anyways, the neighbors here are, they're not weird. They're not like crazy. They're not like a bunch of 20-year-olds that go outside and like get drunk and like jump on trampolines and dive into pools and stuff. It's a bunch of old people. This is very much an old people neighborhood. And the guy that lives to that side of me cuts his grass at least 3 times a week. And that's not even the worst part. Like, you know what? You do you, boo. If cutting your grass is your hobby, if you're a retired old man with nothing else to do, and you like to cut your grass, go for it. But this man has a lawnmower for the front yard and a lawnmower for the backyard. And from what I've seen of his house, it's very easy to get the lawnmower through the gate to the front yard. But no. 2 lawnmowers. Front yard, backyard. I was like, okay, well, you can have fun. But then, did any of you hear that? it was like loud honking. But anyway, the man that way leaf blows his yard every day. And he doesn't even leaf blow the leaves away. He just leaf blows them to the side. So the next day, they're right back where they were before, meaning he has to go out and do it again. He does it every day. And sometimes I think he does it twice a day. And I'm like, what are you doing? Is this all you have to do in your life? But that's also the man that saw me walk outside in a unicorn onesie. And now he thinks I'm crazy. So, bam! Chill! What is you honking at? So, the neighbors, I mean, I've never heard anything from them or about them. So, I mean, like, I'm not complaining. If you want to blow some leaves around and chop up some grass, it's not my problem, but it's kind of annoying sometimes because it's very loud and just like, I'm being weird again. Everybody, if you've made it this far in the video, I am proud of you because okay, let's just finish this. I've wasted all of your time. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I'm very thankful for this house. All of this was in good humor. I'm like I realize I'm joking about it, but I'm actually very grateful for this house because who knows where I'd be right now if it wasn't for these people. Like, sure, the house has some problems, but like a weird house is better than no house. So thank you so much to everyone. Not to everyone, like not everybody gave me this house, but to the people who are allowing us to live here. You're great and I love you. And that's all for this video. Still don't have an outro planned out. So bye everyone. Whoa!